Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now wins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53. Come on, D. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
2nd and 10. Goff again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
53.
From the gun, here's Goff. They shakes him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Now under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, he'll hit Jackson complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Right there. 54. 54, Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. The trot, and now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 42 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Eagles 20. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
On first down, it's gone. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now Goff on first down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another carry now for Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That good for 19 and a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Goff going to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Check 26, check 26. Super one. Check nickel. 6-6, bullet high.
Goff. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Here we go. Hey, watch the ball. Here. Hey, check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny. Grade 15. Check. Watch 54. Go. So don't say nothing.
Wentz now on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing his Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal, Philadelphia.
Here we go. 180.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, D.
Go.
He's checking. Crash.
Here.
Check the call.
On first and goal, Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion.
Mike's 5-4. Ricky.
Wentz to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with two remaining. We'll be back after this. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
17.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got the lose. On the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to spin free. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Watch out.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Play action now. Cousins on the move to his left. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from the 20. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that run on that particular play? I'm telling you, they're going to start to continue to rip off yardage like this.
Here's Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Right, the blitz are still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Quit talking about it.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go, 46. Switch, it's 8.
66, pull it, pass.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
Kill.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Mike's 54.
Under.
54.
Here we go, 46.
Right there.
26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Go, get out there. Here we go, kill.
Set, watch out, set. 54. Mike, 54. Watch the run. Switch.
26.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
47. 47.
54. Come on. You better bring it. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Forbath, the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mike, I got one.
Let's 50. Black. 22 jet bomber.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I'm coming for you, son.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. From the 41, Prescott. They still can't get it. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Following the interception, Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. To throw, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. The end result, 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way down. He's got a man complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott now. He's got it at the 15. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 20. Seven-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, and the pressure gets to him again. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go hard. 180.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
2nd and 12 at the Cowboys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Prescott to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Elliott. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
There you go. Forty's Mike right there. Forty's Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 36, 36.
They go to Elliott again. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Leave it, bring up 48.
From the red zone now, Cousins looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Check 24, check 24. Check 3, check 22, check cover. 22, check cover. Under.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 4 down. Alert. Shift.
Then we're going to 53.
Check 55, Mike.
It's coming this way. Here we go. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
He's coming. Watch the run.
Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Here we go. 46.
I'm scared. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
Well, there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Cousins now from the 50. Lets it fly for Thielen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turn. Over there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 43.
Wait, time. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Wait, time.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
There we go. Slide in. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. He don't know no better. There we go. Kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This is Elliott, and an alley to run. Power running by Zeke, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Prescott to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah,
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
what a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Cowboys 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh?